Dine11 SF is really a response to seeing some of our city's most beloved communities really suffering right now. Our aim is to support restaurants that have just been devastated in the wake of this pandemic, and at the same time support families.
The families and the young people that we deal with are already just on the edge all the time. Living in San Francisco and trying to just survive here is hard enough on all of us with the rents and the cost of living here.
These are some of our most vulnerable citizens, our children, and there is unprecedented food scarcity right now. As a mom, I cannot imagine what it must be like to not know where my child's next meal is going to come from. And so Dine11 is trying to fill in some of the gaps that are there. And at the same time, support our neighborhood restaurants that we love so much.
Company-wide, we have 6 restaurants. So the day the announcement came out, we laid off 85% of our staff. But here at this location, we've been able to hang on to about a dozen people.
Dine11 SF is really an effort to support some of San Francisco's most beloved communities, our restaurants and our families. And we do that by raising money to buy meals from restaurants that then get delivered to San Francisco families all over the city. So it came about when a good friend of mine, Nikki Pearl, who's a mom in my community, basically reached out to a group of us and said that her brother-in-law was doing this Dine11 thing in LA, and maybe we could pull it together in San Francisco. So 4 of us jumped on board, and within probably 10 days, we were doing our first meal delivery. A number of weeks into this effort at this point, we're delivering about 1,000 meals a week. We're partnering with somewhere in the neighborhood of 13 to 15 different restaurants, our local San Francisco restaurants, and then we're partnering with about the same number of nonprofit organizations. We got a note last night from someone at Safe and Sound, and she said the response was incredible. And there was one mom who opened her door and she just started crying because there was so much love and care for her, and that she was going to be able to feed her children a warm meal that night. We're standing outside of Delfina today. They're one of our restaurant partners. I mean, Delfina is one of our longtime beloved, San Francisco local restaurants. And so they have been making meals for us, and today we're going to be delivering them across town to an organization called Sunset Youth Service.
Dine11 SF has been amazing because we've been able to employ people and keep the lights on. They're paying us $10 per meal, and then we're able to provide food for shelters and people in need. For us, feeding people is what we do. It's what we've devoted our lives to doing. So to be able to do it in a time where we're so needed is a good feeling. We're glad we can help.
When Dine11 contacted us and said what they were doing, we jumped on it immediately. It allows us to give ready-to-eat, healthy meals to families and young people across the city. Many of our young people are in the 18 to 24 age range. So some of them grew up in foster care or lots of different situations, and they're on their own. And they're living in settings where they can't necessarily store food or cook food. And so the need for food that they can get and eat, right, is really important. The joy of their faces, the text messages of how good the food was, how much they loved it, how much it's helping them not be stressed out. There's nothing like it. It's really amazing.
This is an entirely volunteer operation, and we're completely funded by private donations. We've been really successful so far in raising money, but feeding 1,000 people a week is expensive. So if you'd like to contribute, that would be amazing. No amount is literally too small, and we have a website. You can get on it, and the website is dine11.org/SF.